a bear. Woo! Lord, y'all, please tell me you can hear me and see me. This has been, this morning has been a roller coaster of technology. So, and if you see me turn to the side, you guys might, for those of you, oh, big hugs, Kimberly. Hey, Teapot. We'll wait for some more people. Hey, Brandy. Oh, good. You all can see me and hear me. So for those of you that are, have been with me a while, you will notice the new background, the new setup and everything. Let me know in the comments what you think about it and any advice you have to change it or to anything. So please forgive me for being a few minutes late. I use a service called Restream to stream, all over the interwebs, and it was like the Titanic this morning. It said, whoa, poosh, and it was down until just right about now. I really thought I was going to have to call it. Oh, holy guacamole. Okay, so I see money popping in. Thank you so much. For those that, anyway, my computer screen is over here, so I'm going to try to keep an eye on the chat and keep my eye in spirit, my third eye in spirit, and get these readings done, because as you all know today, if you're here, chances are you know that tomorrow night, Wednesday night, and then Friday are a fundraiser for Mystic Jungle Animal Rehab Rescue, and they do a lot of rehab rescue, rehab, and release, and they are so kind and work so hard to keep the critters that absolutely cannot be re-released into the wild, which is always their first agenda, is to get the animal rehab, get it healthy, get it back where it needs to be, and then release it back from whence it came. So let me repeat for those of you all that do not know this. Today, all my readings are usually free, but today, tomorrow night, Wednesday night from 7 to 9, and then Friday from 11:30 to 1:30, all readings are $10 for 5 minutes, and that's the only way you'll get a reading from me today, tomorrow, and Friday. 100% of the proceeds go to benefit Mystic Jungle Animal Rescue and Rehab here in Florida, just up an hour from me. And all those crazy, well, not all of them, but some of the crazy pictures you guys see, like with me with petting a buffalo or a bison, or holding an alligator, working with an alligator, working with a serval, working with a, Florida panther, that kind of thing. Those, and the big cats, that's all at Mystic Jungle. And I've been working with them for forever. I love them so much. Also, can you guys let me know that you are hearing the, what is this thing? It's a microphone. If you all will let me know if you are hearing the microphone, does it sound tinny or does it sound okay? I'm going to change one thing here and let me know that sound is better, if you would please. Let me know if that sound is better. Somebody say yes. Oh, thank you, Keith. Restless Mermaid! Oh my God, good morning! And before I even get started, I really want to just mute it. Dang it. Thanks, Kimberly. So, all right. So Elizabeth is hearing it loud and clear. The sound was good until I did whatever I did. Well, let me just take it right back there. My bad. Okay, is that better? Am I back now? My voice is back and there's gonna be readings. Hey now, my voice is back. Oh, sorry, Christina. Yeah, it's this. Okay, good. Sounds good. Excellent. All right. So, again, I really would love you all's opinion about the new background, the new lighting, the new way everything is going. I'm trying to step up my game and be a real YouTuber. So anyway, I'm just stalling a little bit so we can, I want to be sure that I'm getting all of these. So, two things. Many thanks to Teapot, moderator here today. Thank you so much. And she's an amazing friend and an amazing moderator. And I appreciate the HE double hockey sticks out of her. And so I'm going to go ahead and get started with readings. Thank you, Kimberly. Kimberly donated $20, so she gets 10 minutes. And then we'll move on to Elizabeth. She donated $20, so she gets 10 minutes. And so, if you're a first-time viewer here with me and you're coming to me via Twitch, what you can't see on your screen is that there's a whole nother chat going on with people from all over the internet. And so, yes, so hold on, I'm just trying to catch up with this. Good morning. Hey, Carolyn. Jules. Hi. Cheryl. You know, Cheryl Targaryen, every time I see your last name, I think of Game of Thrones. I'm like, is she a Targaryen? Okay. Oh my gosh. Great googly moogly. Okay. So Teapot will help me keep everybody straight and letting everyone know that the readings today, I love everybody and I want to read for everybody for free all the time, but today is very specific. It is a fundraiser for Mystic Jungle. They got hit by a tornado over the weekend. Y'all, thank goodness every critter, every human is safe, but it wreaked havoc on their facility. First of all, when you take care of big cats, your fences have got to be like a skyscraper. And in their biggest run that they have, there's like a 20 foot fence that's like, wow, about to crash down. It did crazy other damage. It landed one pen in another pen. They had just moved a couple of animals, and then this tornado came through and plopped one pen. It's a hot mess out there, and I don't know if you all know this, but most charities took a nasty hit financially over the last few years with the COVID thing, and now with all the news and all that craziness of everything that's supposed to be happening in the world, people are just really holding on to their money, and the last thing they do is give to charities because they need it themselves. So they took a hit, and materials, I don't know if y'all have priced lumber lately or fencing or anything like that, but it's triple, quadruple the cost that it was even a year ago. So they're having a really tough time. So anything you can give would be great. I have got your reading. And one thing, a lot of my regulars are on here. Thank you guys for sticking with me. And I want to show you something. What came in? My test copies of the new book, the 702 page. Nobody else. This is the most complete, comprehensive work on spirit, totem, and power animals that's ever been. There are 300 animals in this book. Their descriptions, what they mean. There are all kinds of chapters like, what. Okay, of course, I turned to dead animal symbolism, but it's a really big deal. And sigils, how to create your own sigil, and the directions, and oh my gosh, what else is in it? Oh, feathers and footprints. What to know if you're finding feathers or footprints. Like I walked in my yard last night, I was like, what is that? Y'all, it was a crow, probably a crow feather about that long. It was ginormous. Apparently, I missed the biggest crow that's ever lived. You can pre-order the book. I don't have the link yet, but then also, I'm so pleased with the quality they came out. Then there are 2 add-ons to the book. There are 30-something domestic cats in this one and 30-something domestic dogs in this one. Super cute. We turned right. Oh, German short-haired pointer. Who talks about that? I do. Oh, Lassie, come home. So anyway, we'll talk about that more later. Let me go ahead and jump into the readings, and we'll get started, because especially for those of you that have paid already, I want to be sure that you get what you need before you leave. You all will see me drinking a lot of water. For those of you that don't know, I am currently in a war with several different autoimmunes that are no joke. And I say war because I've had enough of them. And let me show you something. Hold on, I'll show you guys something. It may seem like I'm beating all around the bush, but hold on. So, a friend bought me this. When Mama Bear attacks, avoid eye contact, apologize, and give her a glass of wine. Right there, my whole life on one sign. Anyway, so I am currently in a battle with autoimmunes, and I have to drink a lot of water. And I say battle because the whole blessing it, thanking it for its lessons, and, giving it leave to leave has not worked. So right now we're waging war. All right, here we go. Kimberly Lennon Ferrari. I'm going to just call you Kimberly Ferrari. I like that. All right, here we go. Let me start my timer. Gotta be fair. All right, you guys. Thank you for hanging in there with me through the crazy nonsense today. I really do appreciate it. More than I can tell you. All right, Kimberly, 10 minutes and your time starts right now. Okay, so Kimberly, I'm going to pull some cards for you from this. And for those of you just joining me that don't know me, I'm staring off into space because I'm in super psychic, super psychic land. My hair is not in super psychic land though. So I'm the creator of the award-winning Arc Animal Tarot and Oracle deck. It is the deck that I read with. It is based on Rider-Waite, and then it has all the fabulousness that animals have to offer for everything in our life. So Kimberly, the first thing I want to say is, you know, I just feel like you are, gosh, Kimberly, I hope you're still here. I just feel like you are a person who is generally in a good mood. You wake up and you make the conscious decision that you are going to be happy. You make that conscious decision, and a lot of stuff just really rolls right off of your back. The thing that I'm going to pull cards, but the thing I feel like you have going on right now is I just see your head spinning like 180 degrees, 180 degrees. It starts this way, it spins this way, and then it looks this way because you are taking care of so many different people in so many different situations. Lord, girl, please, you got to take a break, take a breath, take a break, take a breath. Okay. So also, when people are getting readings from me, I ask that you set your intention, something you want to know about. So I'm shuffling the cards and what's we've got, they're just poking out everywhere. So let's see what we got here, Kimberly. Wow. Everybody wants to talk to you. Here's the first one though, the owl, which is the moon card. So in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, which is what my deck is based on, the moon means a lot of things. Meaning, what I'm doing is psychically, I'm connecting spirit with the card. Why would the animal allies? Why would spirit bring this card for you right now? Oh, here's why. Kimberly, do you have some of the things that and the people that are okay, man, I really need to know I'm on the right track. I feel like I am, but Kimberly, I feel like there are one or two people in particular that you really have your eye on that really have some darkness inside of them and around them, and you really are trying to help bring them out of the darkness. But I just feel like there are a lot of anger around you, not with you, but around you. There are a lot of angry people around you. And when people are in that place, they are just not gonna see, it's like telling a woman when she's really furious, you need to calm down. That's like lighting a fire under somebody's butt. You need to calm down. And in the history of women ever, when has that ever actually calmed a woman down when she's furious? Never, I don't think. So it's that kind of thing. Now, what's interesting is I really do see you as the wise old owl, which is really unusual when this card comes out, and I see that. Normally, when owl and the moon come out, I see it because someone's really working with their shadow self. They're healing their shadows. They're looking into the darkness. They're mustering the courage, growing the courage to look into the darkness of themselves, of the outside world. But that is not this for you today. Kimberly, I hope you will work with owl energy, because I'm seeing you as that quintessential wise old owl. And I feel like you are really deep diving into, oh, well, that would make total sense. Okay, so let me just say this. The three cards that have come up for you are, well, dang it. The three cards that have come up for you today are all birds. So when I take a look at these birds, right, the particular birds, the particular cards, like penguin is the Three of Cups. I'm going to get to this in just a second, because this is potentially the biggest one of your reading today, Kimberly. When I take a look at this, I know that you're working with air energy, like no joke, you're working with air energy. And you might even have a thing going in your spirit about trees or the environment, ecology, something like that is brewing in you, and you're really ramping up your communication efforts, meaning how you hear people is a form of your own communication. People that blows people's minds when I tell them that. I'm like, no, how you hear things is also how you communicate. And they have to think about it usually a little bit. It was one of the hardest concepts I ever had to come to, but you're doing a really good job. And I feel like, because Cardinal is here along with Al, I really do feel like you're working on your mediumship skills. Pardon me. You're working on hearing spirit, seeing spirit, talking to dead people, talking to dead animals, which nobody's really dead. So I just say, those that have crossed over. I really feel you're working on that, but you're not doing it out loud. It's almost like you're doing it personally. You just really haven't talked about it yet. So all that said, the culmination of everything that you're working on is this. It's the Three of Cups. Now, in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck, which of course this is based on, my deck, the Ark, is based on, that's the cup with the three women in celebration. They've got their golden chalices held up. It's just such a card of joy, because in collaboration with other people, and sometimes it can be very literal. Sometimes it can be two other people. It can also be very literal that it's two other women. It can be very literal like that. But let me just say something about this card, and then we'll get to Penguin. This card has become insanely significant to me, and the super secret project that I've been working on since last year, that by the fall I'll be at liberty to divulge it. I feel like in that project we are past the, is it going to work, is it not going to work, is it going to happen, is it not going to happen, and right now all systems point to go. So we're diligently working in the background. That said, this is your reading and it's not about me, but what I have noticed in the last 6 months is this card, the Three of Cups and Penguin, only come out every once in a while, and it comes out for people who have big plans about something, and they might be a little afraid, doubting themselves. And every single time, that's what this card has meant. So I believe that you're planning something, even if it's in your head, even if it's in your spirit, you just haven't taken a step forward for it yet. It's, I'm telling you, it's going to happen. And when it does, because you must, Kimberly, please, you must step up to the plate. Bada, swing! And the next thing you know, you've got a home run, as long as you're willing to step up to the plate, which is the other enduring thread of this card. Is every single time it's come out in the past 6 months, and I'll bet, I read a lot of people, y'all. I would bet maybe a dozen times in the last 6 months, over maybe a few hundred clients in the last 6 months. I bet you anything, it's only come up that amount of times. Now, what Penguin energy has to do with the Three of Cups is, they're just such a, you can't, certainly they are very symbolic. All two-tone animals are symbolic of peace. And what else is peace? But who's going to celebrate when they're at peace, right? Everybody. That's what everybody I know is working toward, is peace. In the world, inside themselves, in the sphere around them. And peace doesn't mean boring. It doesn't mean you're not doing anything. It just means that you don't have to look over your shoulder. You don't have to watch out for really anything. Everything is just calm, cool, and collected, and balanced. And that's, I feel like I feel like you are a really balanced person, but maybe you don't get enough fun. And fun is, it's also another form. Fun is a ritual. Fun is a celebration. And I feel like maybe you don't. Penguins do a lot of things for fun, strangely. They love to slide on the ice. There are so many videos on YouTube, so many videos everywhere. Just like kids at a playground. Men, they'll slide down the ice, plop in the water, bloop, they plop back on, donk, 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 right back up, whee, donk, 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 and there they go, right? So so first of all, Kimberly, when you go donk, 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 whee, splash, we need video. I really need you to take a video of that and send it to us. But there's something about you ain't having too much fun for all you country fans. Whoa, good Lord. Okay, well that was your timer, but so I would so just to recap, Kimberly, you're working with Penguin, 3 of Cups. You're working with Owl, the Moon, and you're working with Cardinal. And you know, Cardinal is always indicative of those who've passed over, but it's also indicative of you shining your own as brightly as you can. And so whatever this thing is that you're cooking up, shine, sister, shine. All right, I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for donating. Elizabeth, we're on to you. Let me take a sippy slip of water. Okay. Okay, Elizabeth. Let me start the timer because your energy. So y'all, I assume I'm making the presumption if y'all are here today, I'm not going to sell you out and I'm not going to embarrass you, but for those that know me, they know that I don't censor. I don't like censorship of any kind. And I surely am not going to censor spirit ever. I'm just not. And so I'm going to tell you what spirit tells me exactly verbatim. And my agreement with spirit is that when these readings are public like this, that it gets it, spirit will help me get the point across without selling you out, right? Or calling you out. So, Elizabeth, here we go. Lordy B, I hope you're still here. Your 10 minutes starts now. All right. Just like the cooking shows. Okay. So my bad. Elizabeth, when I step into your energy, I don't know if you noticed, but my energy just went like this. So I'm feeling like either today is a bit of a downtime for you, or you're going through a bit of a downtime, just in your life, kind of. I wouldn't say depressed. Remember, I'm not a physician. I'm not making a diagnosis. It's just, whoa, okay. And then these fell out. Interesting. Okay, so Elizabeth, I wonder if you have had to work through abandonment issues, or you're currently working through abandonment issues. And hold on, you guys, I'm going to scroll the chat until I can see. Okay, Amy, now let me write this down. Amy, now I'm going to get to you next. I've got to stay in this other energy for a second, but let me write this down. But I want to scroll through the chat in case anybody can, when I'm reading you can corroborate what I'm saying. So Amy now. I just feel like you're going through. Oh, I saw, Kimberly, I just saw you work in construction. It's disgusting how materials have gotten. Yes, it is. Okay. So, okay, Amy, thank you so much for your donation. But this is like some serious business here with Elizabeth. So I want to scroll down and make sure that I'm on the right track, because it's not a downer at all. Okay, good. You're here, Elizabeth. Oh, you are going through a major downtime. Okay. So all of that said, I wonder if abandonment issues are, okay, for sure abandonment. Oh, okay, both parents have passed within the last few years. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. Yes, you are hibernating, but not hibernating the way an animal would normally hibernate. It's not really like that. It's more of just a withdrawal. Hibernation is for health. It's for all kinds of reasons, but yours is like, I don't know that you're working so much on the healing as you might, and maybe turn a little more attention to that, because the critters here are, well, what's really interesting is we've got two Australian critters have come, koala and kangaroo, and then we've got walrus, which is the 8 of Cups. So these are oracle cards, and then you've got a chameleon oracle card. And so I I let me just call it like it is. I wonder I wonder if you have friends around you that you can reach out to, that you all just can start doing fun things together. Whatever it may be, even if it's just going for a yogurt, or going for a walk, or whatever you do with your friends, reach out to them, and don't even, it's like they'll, you don't even have to tell them what's going on. Just invite them somewhere and you all go, and you make it your business to be present and in the moment with that. Meaning, lots of times when people, I can't, man, Kimberly, I mean, man, why don't, Elizabeth, do you have somebody around you also important to you named Kim or Kimberly or Kimmy or something like that? I don't ever mess up people's names like this. And I just feel like, I just feel like there is a Kim or Kimberly or something in your life. Okay, so the story here is, I just I can't get away from this chameleon card for you. Chameleon keeps popping up in this reading, popping up in this reading. And so I feel like you're just, when you're calling it hibernation, but I'm calling it shape shifting. It's almost like you're shape shifting. No one close. Okay, maybe I just have Kimberly still in my mind, but I don't. Oh, right. Okay, so okay, so that's what I'm saying, Elizabeth. Maybe it's time for you to reach out to the, yeah, when I say close, I don't mean like physically close, just close in here, right? Close in your heart, close in your head, close in spirit. It doesn't have to be, the person I'm seeing doesn't have to be physically close. I just want to say, Elizabeth, I really feel like you should reach out to that Kim that you're saying is a great gal. There's something that you both could use that you're going to get from each other, that I just see you sitting there after the conversation just smiling and so glad that you reached out, because you're going to help her and she's going to help you. And I'm not 1,000% sure how it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. So all of that said, I would do that. But the other thing I feel like you're doing is the chameleon thing, where you're shape shifting to fit every situation so that you're not, no one else is seeing your downtime, as you call it. And I don't think it's time to do that anymore. And when I say I don't think, I'm not passing judgment, and it's not my opinion. I'm telling you what I'm being told by the animal allies, which is you just got to be who you are. And I'll tell you why. I will give you a prime example. So as I stated at the beginning of this, I am really waging war with several autoimmunes. And finally, I just came clean to a couple of my closest friends. And I was like, look, I know you think, actually, I don't know what you think. I don't psychically scan my friends. I don't think that's fair to other people, that I, poke into their nose just to find out what I need to find out. I'd rather have a genuine relationship with them. Let them tell me things in their own good time, or do things in their own good time, and me respond organically, so on and so forth. Because when you know what someone is thinking and feeling beforehand, whoever you are, as non-judgmental as you think you are, that doesn't mean you're not a strategist, and you don't want to find yourself strategizing about your friends and family, right? Now that's an opinion, but I just finally came clean and said, look, I hope that you'll hang in there with me when I have to cancel. Like, I had to cancel a hair appointment today. There's no way I'm going to be going to that hair appointment today, and I hope that you'll hang in there with me, understanding that in the morning time I can feel like yada da da yada da, and by 4:00 in the afternoon I'm like this. So, or I might be fine until 5 minutes before, and if you're okay with me rescheduling or this or that, that's awesome. I'm sorry I'm having to ask you to do that, and I'm working towards a goal. That said, hey Janet, and hey Cherry B. That said, Elizabeth, you're a hairdresser. That's funny. So that maybe you could see your way clear to have those conversations with the people that matter to you about really what's going on. Because really what I found at the end of the day was most of them already knew I was struggling a little bit when it came to schedule. And they had already they were like, so what? We're just going to, so what? Bernadette, so what? So I was very grateful. But what they also told me, they got one over on me. I hadn't even noticed. They had been asking me to do things or to come over way more than usual. I didn't notice, and they'd done it on purpose because they didn't want me to be alone. They didn't want this, they didn't want that. And so, Elizabeth, I just feel like reaching out to that Kim, buddy of yours, that's going to be super helpful. Okay, so here's the other thing. When I look at koala inverted, I know that what we're looking at is that same kind of thing. It's the loss of tribe. It's the loss of allowing yourself kind of to be cocooned in someone else's pouch. Well, that's kangaroo, but as close as you can be to people, you're not allowing yourself that. And so it's going to be helpful if you will. Now, me, I'm not a joiner, right? I rarely get in. I mean, the people that know me best invite me to all kinds of stuff. So the people that don't know me, oh my gosh, I just got a message from Jetta Joe. Thank you, Jetta Joe, for the list. I really appreciate it. I haven't seen those yet. I'm not really a joiner. And so because of that, like when there are things going on, I don't really ever get invited to those things because I'm kind of behind the scenes. But within my circle, I get invited to pretty much everything. But I feel like you might be the same way. Maybe not necessarily a joiner, but you could stand to be around people. Now, the whole one other thing I want to say, and I've got to move on. When you open this door, when you decide, okay, I'm moving on, you're the kind of person that takes forever to make a decision. But once you make a decision, you're like, poing, and you take quantum leaps. So for whatever reasons, right now is the time for you to stop the down stuff, work out of it, get over it. And I don't mean that in a harsh way, but you enough is enough. And once you decide, you're like, I don't know, supersonic, man. You just go, whoosh, and it'll be night and day. So, Kimberly, I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much. I believe these are in order, potentially. I hope they're in order because I am moving. Okay, and now for some unknown reason. Oh, gosh. Hey, you guys, just so you know that chat is like, oh cow, holy cow, I'm not getting messages. All right, so I'm gonna go on to Amy now, but for some reason your donations are not now showing up in my chat. So thank you Jetta Joe for keeping me on the track here. So I'm going next to Amy now, and Amy, oh my God, you're so cute. I don't remember. Pardon me. I don't remember the last time I said somebody's energy was so cute. Oh my gosh. Hey Molly. Listen, you guys, for those of you that are asking, because I've had a couple people text me too. Oh, hey Amy. I've had a couple people ask me if there's still time to get a reading if you donate. If you donate, I will get to you. We may have to just schedule the time outside of this, but I will get to you. Yes, I will. I promise. Hey, Pearl. Hey, Molly. Oh yeah, you're one of the pieces that answered. So yeah, if you guys pay for readings, listen, again, 100% of the money that you all donate today and Wednesday and Friday go to Mystic Jungle Rescue and Rehab and Educational Facility. And so I will make it my business to get you in whenever. Hey, Marsha, whenever we can. Okay. So, all right. So I'm shuffling. I got cards. Hold on. Sorry. Let me start my timer. Oh my God, Amy, now. Your energy is cracking me up. What is that? And I feel like you're a fast mover too. All right. And your time starts now. 10 minutes. All right. Pardon me. So, Amy, I feel like, man, you're the get things done person. Let's go. Let's move. Let's go. Let's move. Let's get it done. It's walking and we're walking and we're, So yeah. So that's awesome. Here is something that's interesting though, is you've got Giraffe, which has come like middle of the road. Whenever the cards fall like this, I'm always like, ooh, it's on the fence. It's on the fence. It's on the fence. And Eight of Pentacles is the, in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot deck, Eight of Pentacles is that old boy that is sitting there, at a tree, and his craftsmanship is fantastic, and he's building all of these pentacles, and he's, crafting all these pentacles, and they're lining up. And that goes with the tree of life and everything that is, going to make it beautiful and perfect. And you're really getting a skill set that you're just really getting great at whatever skill this is. Oh, hey, Molly. Thank you. So I don't know what you're on the fence about. Jetta Joe, will you please kindly put Molly on that list? And that would be super helpful. So I'm not sure what you're on the fence about a project, about a something. Oh, the last time your cards were sideways too. That's hilarious. Get off the fence, sister. But here's the thing. Oh, to be young again. So, Amy now. Wait, see, why did I stop and I went, oh girl? Because I'm not going to say no one, but it's really hard for people to believe things could be that amazing. Like in one reading, in one passing thing, in one whatever, fairy tales do come true. It can happen to you, right? And I always say, we don't dream, we don't wish, we don't want, we don't hope, we choose. So you really have to be in a place of choosing for the Eight of Pentacles to turn itself upright, because Giraffe is going to give you the opportunity to see the big picture. I feel like you say you're afraid to open your own energy healing business, but I don't think it's because you don't know that you're a very sensitive healer. I think you know that. I think the business part of it is freaking you out. Well, Amy, sometime in the next couple months, you and I need to go to Vegas, right? You need to sit right beside me as I play everything. Because we've got Dolphin, which is the Page of Cups. We've got White Peacock. Y'all, dang it, y'all. Sorry, it'll go back into focus in a minute. I know it's out of focus. We're still having a problem with the field. Depth of field is what we're having drama with. So, all of that said, the Nine of Pentacles in my deck is the White Peacock. And it is the independent businesswoman. The traditional Rider-Waite Tarot is that old gal standing there in her robe with all her beautiful colors, and it's lush, and she's created all this amazing prosperity and everything around her. It will come back into focus in a minute, you guys. Thank you for letting me know it's not in focus. And so, the other card is the Sugar Glider. Now, we're back in focus. I hope you guys can see back in focus. Amy, please. What? Amy, you live in Vegas? Why did I even say we had to go to Vegas? Oh my God. I guess that's why they call it psychic. But really, this is the trifecta, the quadrifecta. Well, really the trifecta. So, Amy, I'm coming to visit you in Vegas. No joke, man. I got to go to the Wynn. If it's even still open. But anyway, Sugar Gliders they're not very complicated animals in terms of symbolism and meaning. They're not complicated at all, for God's sake. Sugar, love, give me some sugar, right? And they really are the sweetest, dearest, most gentle, hilarious. I just love them. They need to be in their trees. I hate it when I see people keep them as pets. I don't care how much love you give them, but trust me, animals would still rather be. My Chihuahua would probably still rather be in. Well, okay, maybe not my Chihuahua, not mine, but but you hear where I'm going with this. So, at the end of the day, the sugar gliders really are about just spreading your wings and flying to the next treetop. And interestingly enough, sugar gliders spend most of their time in trees and gliding from one tree to the other. You're going to be not just fine, you're going to do great if you will commit to being the giraffe. If you will commit to knowing that, I mean, the Nine of Pentacles, the independent businesswoman, and what are you afraid of? You got the white peacock last time too? See, I don't even remember. It's still open. Oh, praise goodness. So I get it. I get that you're afraid. Y'all listen, let me tell you something. When I was a kid, I was painfully shy. I wasn't an afraid child. I was shy. Very, like, critically, clinically, if she doesn't get over this, she's going to have a tough time in life, shy. And my mom was she herself had to grow up and become a tough cookie. And so she cured me of that pretty quick. But I'm not an afraid person. And I've never until recently had a time in my life that I didn't think I could do something. And the big super secret project that I'm working on, it's not that I don't think I can do it. It's that I'm nervous that I'll be able to do it, because it's no joke. It's the biggest thing I've ever undertaken, ever. But my whole life has been building up to this moment. It's kind of that way with you, Amy. It's like, hey, Linda. Who loves you, Linda? You know I do. And so oh, hi, Marie. Well, thank you so much. So anyway, it's that same thing. You're not afraid you can't do it. You know you can. It's will you be able to? And those are really two different things. One is about knowing you have the skill set, which you know, and that's awesome. And one is about actually putting it all together, the big picture. So the thing is we've got another love card, right? So we've got, pardon me, Sugar Glider and Page of Cups and Dolphin. Again, adorableness. Your energy is just adorable. It makes me want to smile. It makes me want to giggle. And then these cards come out. They make me smile. They make me want to giggle right up until we get to the Nine of Pentacles. And it makes me want to be Khaleesi before she went crazy and Jon Snow had to stab her. So, and for those of you that don't know the Game of Thrones reference, which I'm going to start talking about Game of Thrones a lot again because the new one is going to be released this summer. Ooh. And I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan. So all that being said, there's so much love in these cards for you that I just feel like you, I feel like you have to move toward what you love, and that's the energy healing. It's what you love most. So it would be a real shame if you didn't do that. A shame, a real crying shame. Now, that said, I think when I say I think, what I'm saying is what I'm hearing from Spirit. I feel like one of the things in business, Amy, is that she's everybody's favorite character, and I'm kind of mad that she don't get me started about the ending. I almost signed that petition that was going around that was calling for Hollywood for George R.R. Martin and everybody that made Game of Thrones to redo the ending because everybody hated it. Yeah, a petition is going to make them do that. But anyway, like 2 million people that signed it or something like that. But anyway, so Amy, here's the thing. So I asked I asked Spirit to show me and tell me okay, really what is the drama? And what the drama is you are uncomfortable standing up and making the tough calls. You can make them in your head, but when it involves hiring, firing, clients, people that work with you, vendors, people in your life, you are not so comfortable with that at all. Really, truly, at all. And so I I would tell you that you got to get there, because if you want to, yeah, very true. It comes part and parcel with being a business owner if you want it to be a real business. Uh, Case in point, I'm a contract person. I own a business. So I use contracts. I don't know why that mystifies people. I don't know why it makes them scared. I don't know why it makes them leery of me. But doing business on a handshake and you're my friend, I would never act like that. You would never act like that. You see Mama Bear's face? This is my mother's face. When my mother was like, she would look over her glasses just like that. And then she'd go, look. So I just channeled my mom. So I was your inner mom just now, Amy, and you got to get over it. Decide you either will or you won't. And so that means you'll either open a business or you won't. Now, if you're the sole practitioner, that's fine. But I'm telling you straight up, you're going to come across clients that you're going to have to fire. You're going to come across people that you're going to say, I'm so sorry. I can't do this for you. If there's somebody that calls me that wants to book a reading and I don't, I know from the jump, 99% of the time, I will tell them I'm booked for like 6 months. I am booked for like 2 months, but and I'll recommend them to somebody else. I rarely miss the mark on that, and it saves me a lot of hassle, a lot. And so you just got to get there. So yeah, exactly. CYA, Amy. I love it. All right, baby doll, that's your 10 minutes. I got to move on. I hope that was helpful. Thank you guys so much for all of your donations. I can't even begin to tell you how helpful it is. So helpful. Hold on, Teapot. I'm opening back up. All right, Jules first. Yay. Thank you, Jules. I assume these are in order. Jules first, thank you so much. Jules, please tell me you're still here. Whoa. I hope so, because this just came. Hey, Lisa. Jules, please tell me you're still here. Right. Thank you, Teapot. Appreciate it. Jules, you still here? Tell me you're here. Say yes, Mama Bear. Somebody say. Whoa. Jules, you better be here. Lort, look at these cards. Look at these cards. Oh my goodness. 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 Okay. Lisa, I am not hearing from you, and I want you to be sure that you get your reading. Hey, Linda. So Jules first. Right, Linda, so today, the only reading today for Wednesday and also on Sunday or Friday, the only readings I'm doing are paid. It's $10 for 5 minutes, and I'm doing that because 100% of what you all gift is going to the Animal Rehab and Rescue and Release Mystic Jungle. They had a tornado come in over the weekend. We're getting some hellacious storms here in Florida lately, and it just went right through their facility, and it couldn't take down the little pens. Oh no, it had to take down the biggest, most expensive pens. It was like the tornado sat there and went, how can I mess with them today? How can I make their life miserable today? Oh, I'll target the biggest ones. It was unbelievable. Okay. Jules, I am going to, oh man. All right, Jules, if you're here, just hit me up, but I am going to move on to Carolyn Foster. Carolyn Foster, are you still here? Carolyn Foster, you Linda, you could donate straight to them. You could donate straight to Mystic Jungle. Teapot, if you can, will you get on Facebook, which you're already on? Go to Mystic Jungle's page, and they've got a link for to donate directly to them. Or if you want to do this through a reading, Linda, you can just PayPal me and tell me you PayPal me, or it's not like I don't know you. You can just tell me how much time you want, and then, oh, Carolyn, you're here, good. Okay, and then, I'll get you your reading after the fact. Brandy, that's a great question. There is no maximum amount of time. Now, I'm going to limit these readings today. Oh gosh, well, Cheryl Targaryen, has donated $50. Cheryl, would you reach out, please, on the chat and let me know if you would be okay if I read you privately, and that way other people get, maybe we can fit in a little more. Let me know, and I'll get you in within the next few days if you don't mind. Oh, thank you. Oh my God, you're the best. Oh, I love you guys. Thank you so much. So anyway, Brandy, you can do whatever you do. And listen, this is a discounted price. My readings are $150 an hour. And by charging $10 for 5 minutes, that brings the price down to $100. So if you want to get an hour's reading, why didn't I think of this? What was I not thinking when I put out the promo stuff? If you want to donate $100, I'll give you an hour reading, and that's $50 off of a regular reading. And I'm happy to do that. So, if you guys will give me just, some latitude, I am going to write down Jules' first cards that cause I was in her energy, but Jules first, I will get you your reading. Oh yes, I will. Okay. Gosh, I wish she'd here, cause this is no joke, man. She's got some serious big stuff cooking. Great googly moogly. But it'll still be relevant. I really am coming to Vegas to visit you, just so you know. Okay. You shared me out? Well, Aaron Fucci! Hey, Aaron. Okay, Carolyn, here we go. And... Okay. So, all right, so 15 minutes. Okay. Ooh, don't. Whoa, whoa, whoa. 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 Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, Carolyn, I'm going to start your time. You guys, thank you so much for what you're donating. This place is my heart, man. Most animal people will turn themselves inside out for animals, but you ain't seen nothing until you've been to Mystic Jungle. Mystic Jungle, and then also my good friend Johnny Sue Thurman that has her Haven Zoo that does tons of rescue and takes in animals that just, nobody else would, and she loves them back to health. And anyway, she's my next on the list to do a fundraiser for. I'll do that in July. What I've decided is to do one fundraiser a month for the charities that I work with. And so, yeah. All right. So, Carolyn, your time starts now. And this is interesting because Roadrunner has come out inverted. Or not inverted, but thank you, Laureen, the produce aisle. Thank you for coming again. I remember your screen name from earlier in the year, and I just love it. So all of that said, Molly, are we friends on Facebook? Maybe. Are we? If we're not, can you hit me up on Facebook or email me, Bernadette@whatismyspiritanimal.com. Or my number is everywhere on the internet. You could text me too if you don't mind. And so thank you very much, Molly. You're a doll, baby. Thank you. Thank you for your generosity. Okay, so Molly, my number is it's online everywhere. So my telephone number is 415-871-5322, 415-871-5322. And if you would text me, that would be great. Okay, so here we go. Back to Carolyn. All right, and Carolyn, I'll go a couple minutes over because of what I just did with Molly. So I want to get to this card in a second because just like the giraffe, when it's you're on the fence about this, and being on the fence about Roadrunner, which is the Knight of Swords, it's stalled action. You don't have quite the courage that that you need to muster, and you're not seeing that X marks the spot. Why I say that is this. So it's Keith, you are the kindest, dearest person. Truly you are. And so I feel like, when Roadrunner symbolism, when you talk about that particular spirit animal symbolism and meaning, when a Roadrunner walks, their little feet make an X mark. And so I always think of them like that Raiders of the Lost Ark, where he goes zipping up the stairs to the library, and then you see the big Roman numeral 10. He goes, X marks the spot, right? You don't have your spot chosen clearly yet. And honestly, that really is the very first thing for you to work on right now. And what that means is this. Your mind. Carolyn, you are so smart. I don't know you. I've seen your name here, and I love that, that you're part of the Wild Pack. But I don't know you. But when I'm stepping into your energy, I'm like, dang, she's a smart cookie. And so you've got to trust that you are smart enough for this, to figure out the puzzle and put all of the pieces together. And right now you're just not making any moves forward because you can't see, you can't boil it down to the nitty gritty. So let's say that you're, okay, everybody I know wants to create a tarot deck and write a tarot book, right? Pretty much everybody I know. But when they start to want to write that book, they'll go on for 15 pages about one card. I could probably go on for 15 pages about one card. I mean, there'd be a lot of information out there to gather, lots of different viewpoints, lots of different ways of seeing it, describing it, or whatever. But at the end of the day, you've got to boil it down to its most important components, because I'm the only fool that's going to publish a 702-page book. And for those of you, okay, all right, let me just say this. I'll get to it after that. I've had some people text me and Facebook me. They heard that the book, they were able to see the book, and I'll get back to them then. But all that being said, you've got to figure it out, and you've got to start now. And here's why. I love when I see the hyena, which is the 10 of Swords. I love seeing that card inverted, because that means that whatever betrayals, whatever, we can stab our own self in the back. It doesn't necessarily have to come from other people. But I just feel like you've taken some nope, this is not plural. Carolyn, could you just answer me? Have you taken one really nasty hit here in the last year, or maybe even in the last 6 months? Have you taken just a nasty hit? Somebody really just pulled the rug right out from under you? Because I feel like you have, and I'm so proud of you. I admire you. I honor you, and I'm so proud of you that you have worked your way through it, because it was a double sucker punch to the heart and to the gut, right? Oy vey. Oh, Christina, yay! Okay, so all of that said, here is what's so interesting to me. Now, I hope everybody pays attention to this, because even if these readings are not for you, they're for you. Every reading, when it is, Restless Mermaid, go to Facebook and go to Mystic Jungle, animal something. Anyway, Mystic Jungle. You could go to their website, hit their donate button. You could, but you can find them on Facebook. They've got a very specific donate button. So all of that said, oh, honestly, it's been a long work through since 2019. That's fine. That's totally fine. I see that, right? But if the feeling is still as new to you today as it was in 2019, which I suspect it very likely is, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what this is, but it is so, my stomach is getting nauseous because it was such a sucker punch. But you are moving through it. Even if it feels in your mind like it says new today, it really isn't. And that will be proven to you when you want to take these next steps forward, which is, look at here. So you've got two cards that are tens in different suits of the tarot, right? You've got the Ten of Swords, which is inverted, but you've got the Ten of Wands, which is upright. Now, the Ten of Wands, some people cringe when they see that card because in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, what you see is this old boy, and he's got this giant, he's got a bundle of 10 wands, and he's like, ugh, and he's trying to move it. And what that card tells you is work smart, not hard. That card tells you ambition can be a good servant, but a bad master, which, by the way, is a quote from Laura Ingalls Wilder, and a Little House on the Prairie fame, at least to those of us that are nerds like that. So, it's not a new. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay. Right. Well, here's the thing. Here's what's next. I only ever see the scarab. I only ever see the scarab come out when someone is very interested in ancient Egypt and Egyptology. So, Carolyn, do you have an interest in Egyptology? I feel like you do. And so there's something that there's just something about that whole scarab thing, the Eye of Horus, the Ankh, the everything that has to do with Egypt that could be very helpful to you at this moment, and in particular scarab energy. Because what? It came up for you last time? Carolyn, I want to listen, I want to remember everything that Spirit tells everybody and everything I do, but y'all, I don't even remember if I had breakfast this morning. I don't think I did, but all of that said, of course I'd be proud of you, Christina. I'm always proud of you. I'm always proud of everybody in the Wild Pack. Okay, so you're back to this again, Carolyn. There's something about this that wants you to, it's knocking on your door again. You got a scarab going like when I see bees in a reading, y'all, the bees are always right here looking at me like this. And if you've never had a bee look you dead in the eye, it's the most magical experience ever. It's like having a hummingbird come right up to your face, which I have a lot of because I've got hummingbird plants and flowers everywhere and feeders. And they're used to me by now, so I can stand out there and just, if I stand still, they'll buzz all around. It's cool. But anyway, so they're very intense little creatures, and so are scarabs. And so when they look you in the eye, and there's something about it. You've got to tap into this energy. Now, what's coming for you is this. There's going to be... Okay, hold on. I owe you 5 more minutes. You did 15 minutes, so let me give you 5 more minutes. Hold on. Actually, I'll go a little bit longer because I would blab during your reading, but I love this for you because the Page of Wands, when you talk about these two energies, these are very mature, very, very mature energies that have to do with the deep, emotional, ancient healing, ancient this, ancient that, which really, it's as enduring today as it was when it was ancient, in my estimation. But now when I look at a page coming, which is the Page of Wands, now some people read wands as the air element, and some people some people read the suit of wands as the air element, and then the swords as the fire element, and some people read the wands as the fire element, whereas some people read the swords as the air element. For me, they switch back and forth based on who I'm reading. And Carolyn, girl, I am seeing that you've got a wand that the one side of it like one side of it is smooth like a wand would be, and then the other side of it is the sword. So it's like a sword and a wand have blended. And this is about fire and air, which means you've I want to go here. I want to do some healing work on your throat chakra. There's something about communication that is drama, meaning you cannot communicate at all if the airflow has stopped. And I just feel like it's like if you had a furnace that wasn't lighting up and you couldn't figure out why. Your throat chakra has just closed down. Do you understand this? Do you understand this, Carolyn, that your throat chakra is just in shutdown? And hey, sexy hot siren, that's a very interesting name. Please let me know that you're not a scammer, because people that have names like that are usually people looking for trouble, unless you're just really a sexy hot siren, in which case, good for you, sister. In any event, that's where you're going, is if you'll allow it, you'll be the Page of Wands now. And that is all about enthusiasm and a free spirit and just somebody moving ahead, almost like the Fool in the tarot. You are taking leaps of faith, but they are calculated leaps of faith. And the other thing that I will say is this: when it comes to trash pandas, okay, trash pandas, raccoons, there's always going to be the element of what mask are you wearing? What mask are other people wearing? Are you seeing behind their mask? Are you willing to take your own mask off? That kind of thing. But honestly, for whatever, why did I even say that? I hate it when people say that. Honestly, no, I want you to lie to me. That's what I say to everybody, because that's a big habit right now, is absolutely 100% and honestly. Those are the three things that everybody is saying over and over and over, and it makes me crazy. I don't even know why I said it. So, I hope you'll take this in the spirit in which it's mentioned, which is, you've gotten so used to being a chameleon, masks, that's nothing. You don't hide behind a mask. You just metamorphosize. You just transform. You transmute. You shapeshift into anything at any time. At any time. And there's no reason for that. You've got to be your authentic self, because that's what's going to get you to that X that's marking the spot. So, I really hope that was helpful. Yes, indeed, I hope that was helpful. And I'm sorry. Ding, 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 ding. Totally. That's why they call it being psychic, you guys. Man, I have missed doing these lives. Y'all don't even know. You don't even know. And I miss my wild pack, but I'm getting back there. It is imperative that you really make it your business to do a deep dive into the Egyptology thing, because I'm telling you now, you're going to run across some information that's going to make you shake, rattle, and roll on the inside. Let me just tell you let me just cut to the chase. You're going to look at whatever this information is, and you're going to know that it's describing you in a past life. You're going to meet yourself. You're going to meet your past you. No joke. I don't know what it is. I don't know how you're going to stumble upon it. But you're just going to have this deep, deep, deep knowing that you're reading about yourself in ancient Egypt. How cool is that? Report back to HQ when you get that intel. I'm dying to know. Everyone will want to know. And so please, 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 please read everything you can about scarab energy. As a matter of fact, give me just a second. I'm going to plop that link in here for you, Carolyn. For those of you that don't know, I am the founder and publisher of whatismyspiritanimal.com, buildingbeautifulsouls.com, and witchesandwitchcraft.com. And combined, my sites get over 1 million visits per month. And there's tons, and I mean thousands of pages of free information on there. So I'm looking up scarab on my own, whatismyspiritanimal.com. Hold please. Here we go. Here's the link. Carolyn, there's that link. It looks like it's coming from Restream, but it's not. It's coming from me. I don't know why it does that. So weird. Oh, because of this. Aha, now I'm myself. All right. So I hope that's helpful. And now I am moving on to dun, 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 dun. You guys, thank you so much for your generosity. If you are new to this and you're new to me, so Cheryl, Targaryen. All right, I'm reading you separately. All right, so Keith Fletcher, are you still here? Keith. Oh, thank you. Oh gosh. Is it Maya Kiwi Costa? Gosh, I know I'm murdering your name. I'm so sorry. But Teapot, if you'll put Maya, I think it is on the list. Keith, it's your turn. I know you're still here because I just saw you. Okay, good. All right, Keith. Another sideways card. What is going on here? Oh, Keith, let me set your time. So, oh, like Maya. Okay, thank you. I feel so bad when I just slaughter people's names. Believe me, my name is Bernadette. I've been called Barbadette, Bertha. I've been called it all. And names that aren't even close to that start with B. Well, one name in particular. But, I know you know what I mean. Yuck. All right, Keith. Your 10 minutes starts now. Okay. Teapot, please and thank you if you would. I don't know who comes after Keith. I know there were a couple more. Okay, so Keith, I'm just when I set the intention for y'all's readings, what I set the intention for is for you to know what's most important for you right here and right now to help your life move in the direction that is best for you. And with that will come sometimes some heavy duty stuff, and sometimes it's just all joy. I got the joy in my heart. So that's the intention that I'm setting for you. What is it? Where do you know where you're going to? Oh, I know. Okay, I know that. Okay, Keith, what is going on? All right, we're going to start out with these craziness. You're on the fence about a move. Now, I happen to know a little bit about you, and I know that there are moves that you want to make. So this card makes really good sense to me. But when I look at the cricket, which has also come sideways, horizontally, and I look at both of these cards together, what I know deeply is that you're not really on the fence so much as you feel like what you want to move toward and away from, it's just a dream that'll truly never happen. And like all of a sudden I feel like you've been saying in yourself, I'm getting too old, I'm this, I'm that. Keith, does this make sense to you? Sir Keith, does this make sense to you? Okay, I'm not seeing anything come up in the chat, so I'm just going to move along. So look, here's the thing. The Chariot card, okay, yes it does. All right, great. Keith, I'm going to tell you. If ever there was a person more suited to move toward what I know it is that you want to move toward, I'd eat my hat. I know in the deepest parts of my little black heart that you're supposed to be going where I know that you want to go. And it doesn't have anything. Oh my gosh. Keith. Holy guacamole. Oh my gosh. Okay. There's some age thing you've got going on right now. Thank you, Teapot. There's some age thing you've got going on. You're really bothered about your age in accordance to XYZ. Well, let me tell you something. Stop it. I don't know any better way to put it than just quit. Stop it. Because there's nothing, it's just, that is a condition, that is a conditioning, a grooming thing that society does to us. And we grow up believing it because, you know, it can be tough to say, you know what, I'm 70, I'm starting this. But I'm older than you are, Keith. And the thing that I'm moving toward, and believe me, there are some people that have looked at me and gone, what's wrong with you? Like, come on now. No way. And I've been like, watch me. So it's hi Deborah. I don't know why the readings are sad. Well, I mean, I do know because, you know, they're brought on by natural disasters, but the good news is we can fix it. And that's what we're doing with Mystic Jungle. And the really good news is not one animal and not one human got hurt. Not one. Not even a bruise. They think a couple of the cats probably are going to have PTSD from the sound of the winds and the breaking, all that kind of thing. But, you know. Anyway, so Keith, back to... Oh, okay. So this is right on the money. You know, again, I know a little bit about you. I would have never guessed this, but I will tell you straight out. That's the first thing you've got to get rid of is the age issue. It's a number. That's it. And it's man-made. That's it. So just put it out of your head because you and everyone else can do exactly what they want to do as long as you're willing to roll up your shirt sleeves and get with the program, right? That's it. And this is the thing. The Chariot card does not come out for very many people because it is it's a powerful card. And one of the things that about the Rider-Waite Tarot version, which my deck, the Arc, is based on, is that you'll notice that the charioteer is not, there are no reins on those horses. He's got his hands to the side of that beautiful golden chariot, and he is willing the direction of the horses and the speed of the horses with his mind. Now, when someone believes in metaphysics, when someone believes in psychic work, in tarot work, in mediumship, in whatever is intuitive, manifestation, law of attraction, all that's kind of lumped, in my opinion. It's just all one big pot of stew. It's just one big goulash of stuff that all means the same thing. It's just different avenues to get to the point, which is healing and or the message of whatever you need to know. And your mind, y'all, we could be here till next week sometime, me telling you the knuckleheaded, crazy, good, great googly moogly. Thank you, Restless. I hope you don't mind if I read you separately, because that will give you, I can't do the math, half an hour. That'll give you half an hour. I missed you, by the way, Restless. I don't know what's going on with you, but I missed you. So all that being said, get over it. You just move past it. I don't know how you're going to do it, but you've got to turn this chariot from horizontal to upright and control your destiny with your mind. Now, crickets are all about taking long leaps. Again, kind of like kangaroo. But oh, okay. So there's a whole thing about crickets. Pardon me, y'all. In legend and lore, and I won't go into the whole long story now, but they really are about having a moral compass. And here's what I'm going to tell you. I am going to, Deborah True, I think is your name. I don't know who you are, but I just want to reach out and hug you. I just want to reach out and give you the biggest mama bear hug ever, 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 ever. And thank you for being so soft-hearted in what can sometimes be a harsh world. I know you put that, I'll get back to you in a second, Keith. I'm being told to tell her this. I know you put the thing out there about it's sad, which lets me know that, you feel for animals and that kind of thing. But honestly, I just got knocked into your energy, and my God, you're like a saint. You're just the kindest, dearest, truly selfless, gentle, compassionate person ever. But you've learned how not to be Barbarossa. Kimberly. Yes, I'm Barbarossa. That's funny. You've figured out how not to be a doormat. Anyway, so Deborah True, I'm going back to Keith. So Keith, it's not really about that. It's not really about having faith that it will be there. It's about accepting and recognizing that it already is there. It's already happened. Trust me when I tell you, it's already happened. And I'm fixing to do a video about this that is going to knock some people right. They're going to be like, what? But I just have to put my mind in a place where I continue doing what I know I'm being told to do, no matter what else is going on. I can't think about that, because when we talk about moral compass, what we're really talking about is, what is your soul's calling? And only you will know that, Keith. Now, that's kind of not true, because I know what it is, and we've talked about it. And I know it as the path that, the path you want to go on. I know that's your truth, your deepest, deepest, deepest truth, and where you should be headed. And you are kind of headed there, but then you stop, and then you kind of do it again, and then you stop. Probably because of what you just said. Believe it'll be there, right? Oh, good. On your birthday. Excellent. So when we talk about moral compasses, most people think of that. Lord, I feel that, I don't have any data for this, but I feel like most people think of a moral compass as something you do right or wrong. You steal, you don't steal, you lie, you don't lie, that kind of thing. But I see it more deeply than that, in that it is your duty, it is morally ethical for you to do what you know you're being called to do. Because I got news for you. When you don't, all kinds of mayhem will break out around you. It will just be chaos. There'll always be something wrong. There'll always be something that isn't working. There will always be something. If you're not moving towards what and who you're supposed to be. So, now here's the good news of this. The next card that you have is the squirrel, and that's the Ace of Wands. And when you look at the Ace of Wands in any suit in the Rider-Waite Tarot, it's the hand of God coming out of the sky to gift you with whatever that suit is about and whatever that card is about. And in particular, you talk about a bright, wands will communicate that you've got a bright future, especially in communication, because of the air element that's attached to it, that you will be industrious, you will move quickly. And I know squirrels annoy people. I know they get in your attic, and I know that they will eat the shiitake mushrooms out of bird food and anything else you try to put up in the yard. Whatever. They're just trying to live their little squirrel lives. And let's be honest. Oh my God, I did it again. Why am I doing that? Strike that. Who doesn't smile when they see a squirrel? They truly, they're like chipmunks. They're the cutest little things on the planet. So I would really caution you to make it your business to work with cricket energy, work with chariot and horse energy, and then also work with the Ace of Wands and squirrel. Now that might seem like a whole menagerie to work with, but in tandem you're working. Oh, Keith, Lord. Okay, here it is. You're trying to take everything in one fell swoop, one big giant leap. That's not going to work for you. You're going to have to take things in bite-sized chunks. One step here, the next step here, the next step here. You are an all or nothing person, and they are teapot. It's just a squirrel trying to get a nut, right? So it is. Stop doing that, because you're going to stall forever and ever and ever. And that whole, I'm going to blink my eyes, I'm going to wake up, and it's all going to be done and changed. Nope. You got to be the squirrel. And now crickets can jump 10 times their body length, but they're crickets, y'all. How far is 10 times their body length? Well, it's crazy for a cricket. But in human leaps, it's a small distance. So you can take those quantum leaps and work with cricket energy, but you're still going to have to take it in a little bit smaller of a leap. Okay. All right. So that was Keith. Hold please while I get into Facebook. Y'all almost had a dang heart attack today when Restream was down. I'm for real. I was like, this cannot be happening. It cannot be happening. Okay, so we've done Keith. Cheryl is Cheryl, I think you said you could do you're welcome, love to you too. You can do a different day. Molly Montgomery. Didn't I read Molly already? Did I read for Molly? Oh, yikes. You guys, I'm so far into Psychic Land, I don't even remember if I read for Molly. Can somebody tell me? Okay, Molly. Okay. 2 seconds, y'all. I have run out of water, and I am so sorry. I did not put a Gatorade right next to me, but I've got to get it. I apologize 1,000%, and I'll be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Take a break. Talk amongst yourselves. Yes, I know it's loaded with sugar. Yes, I know the red dye is probably going to kill me. Yes, it's one of the only things that I can deal with through all this autoimmune drama. And just like I was when I was a kid, fruit punch, fierce fruit punch, it's my jam. Right? Potty break. Okay. Thank y'all for waiting. Okay. I'm all settled in. Okay, Molly, 5 minutes. Here we go. It does taste amazing. Lordy, Gatorade Fierce is the best. Molly Montgomery. Are you still here? Let me look up here. Do I see your name? Molly Montgomery, can you tell me if you're still here, please? And thank you. Did Jules First ever show back up? Jules First? Molly, you still here? Molly Montgomery, are you still here? Teapot. Oh. Okay. Molly Montgomery. Molly Oxenfree. Molly Montgomery. Okay. All right. Teapot, do you mind putting Jules First on a list of people I still need to read for, and then Molly Montgomery, if you wouldn't mind, please? Oh, did she? Thank you, Maya. All right, Produce Aisle, are you still here? Produce Aisle. Y'all saw that? Cheryl, you're gonna text me or Facebook me or something, right? So that we can get your reading, your half-hour reading. Is that right? Yes, something like that. $10, 5 minutes, yeah. Yay! Okay, Produce Aisle. So what's interesting is, what is it with y'all? Everybody's on the dang fence today about something. Okay, Produce Aisle. Lort, what is your real name? I think you told us earlier, and I've forgotten. I'm way out in psychic land. Third eye is like. I find this very, very interesting that this card has come out horizontally, because, girl, this is the Black Panther, Queen of Wands. How can you be on the fence about being a queen? How can you be on the fence about being a Black Panther? How is that possible? I don't even know how that's possible, but it's possible. So I want to start out with this card. There is there is something that tells me that you are truly a force to be reckoned with. Like you're a literal force of nature. You might even been told often. Thank you. Oh, is it Lorene? Lorene? Lord, I hope that's right. Lauren, Lorene. I'm gonna go with Lorene. Tell me if that's right. Okay. So you might even have been told through your life that you're intimidating. I bet a dime to a donut about that. And I love me some donuts. I hate to lose them. So all of that being said, for whatever reason, you're in a stasis. You're like in this cocoon. I just keep hearing that song, Do You Know Where You're Going To? Do you know where you're going to? And you got to decide. You are not happy unless you're climbing a mountain. You are not happy unless you are creating something. You know, people out there all the time, they're like, you know, you're a workaholic. And I'm like, I know no such thing. And I wore that label for a really long time until one day it occurred to me that I wasn't a workaholic. I was a createaholic. Now, in some ways, it's kind of an egotistical thing because I love self-actualization. I love climbing a mountain. I love getting to the top of a mountain. It makes me feel good about me. Yay! And hopefully it helps a lot of other people along the way. Yay! But you just are not... I just feel when I go into your spirit and into your heart, it's just in shutdown. You no more know what's going to make you happy. You no more know what you want to work towards. And you're looking around at this big old world and you're going, what's left to get excited about? Been there, done that. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. Was with people when they were there and done that. But I'm telling you straight out, seriously, I'm going to nutshell. Oh, shoot. I didn't start your time. But seriously, I'm going to nutshell this for you, which is you got to pick something that's going to help the world. Now, I know how that can sound. Hold on a second. Let me start your timer, produce. Lorene. Yikes. No matter what mountain you want to climb. Molly Montgomery is actually here, so I'm gonna go back to Molly right after yours, produce. Hold on, y'all. I lost my train of thought. I'm deep into the psychic stuff, and I'm like, okay, so 10 minutes. So I just feel like your time starts now. I just feel like, yes, a createaholic. Absolutely. I'm not happy unless I'm creating. If you could be in my mind, it's a hamster wheel, a hamster on a wheel, a hamster on a wheel, a hamster on the wheel. I don't sleep very well. I never really have. And it's because I can't shut it off. I'll wake up in the morning at 3 o'clock in the morning and text a friend or email somebody and go, hey, did you think about this? Or what do you think? It's nuts. But you're the same. You're the same, produce. But whatever you decide that is going to light your fire, it's got to be something that's going to be helpful to everybody, because something that people don't know about you, and this is kind of crazy because even the people next to you don't know how much that everything that's going on in the world that's negative absolutely breaks your heart. And I feel like you're in a fair amount of shutdown because in your head, and this is pretty heavy duty, you guys, but you know, people are supposed to get readings based on what's going to be most helpful to them at the moment. Because I'd love for these 2 hours we spend together on these live readings to be, you know, a big party and laughing and popping the champagne and whatever. But sometimes I got to hear what they got to hear. And if I look like I'm staring off into no man's land, it's because I'm just in another place. And the thing is, produce, you have finally understood and accepted a universal truth, which is really crappy stuff is going to happen until until the entire populace of the world elevates and ascends, really crappy stuff is going to happen. And no one person can fix it all at one time. But you can start where you are. And when I hear people say, you know, if I could just help one person, if I could just heal one person, I think that's an incredibly powerful statement, because you don't know what that one person is going to go on to do. I worked for 20 something years in the entertainment business as a child and young adult manager. And I'm a master level acting coach. And, you know, the first question that people ask is, did you represent anybody famous? Sure, I did. They didn't get famous when I represented them, because I left the business about 10 years ago, but I would have been the first one to get them started. And a couple of them have gone on to have unbelievably huge careers and be super, super inspirational to millions and millions of people. So yeah, I'm all about the one person thing. And there's something about this world that it's got you in lockdown. It's got you in shutdown. You've got to work past that and find something that is going to stimulate you, that you'll be happy doing. Not that you're like, well, that needs to be done, I might as well be the one who does it. It's not like that. It's yeah, I could see myself happy every day doing that. What it is, I don't know, but girl, you got to turn it, get it off its side, prop up your panther, right? Prop up your Black Panther, and let's go. All right, so let me get a couple more cards, because something's going to come out that will be in tandem to that. Thank you guys for being patient. Wow! Man, that sugar will light you up. Woof. So lights them up, lights them up. I'm on fire. Who knows what television show that's from? So lights them up. You're crying? Yay! My reputation as a crying psychic is still intact. I say that jokingly, but people who know me, other practitioners, they're like, everybody cries. Everybody cries in your readings. What's up with that, Bernadette? And I'm like, I don't know. Because we're doing some deep healing and we're doing some deep truth stuff. I'm drying your tears from here. Molly Montgomery. Oh, wait. Okay. Well, here's the good news. Girl. Oh, here we go again. My camera doesn't like it when I move quickly. Then it'll show you the background. And anyway. So here is the right flamingo, which also happens to be the Two of Wands, which is all about balance and taking a step forward. Now, basically taking the first step. Now, I'm very drawn to this color. Well, oh my God. I was like, I'm very drawn to this color for you. And you're like, living in the pink. Yes, it could definitely be about living in the pink, but there's something about this pinky coral, like the corally kind of pink, that something about color is extremely, extremely important to you. And I would tell you to cocoon yourself in that color, wear it, eat foods that look like it. Even get out, repaint a room and make it that. Get some tchotchkes that have that color, maybe even flamingos, because this is weird. Produce, do you have a thing about old Florida, like vintage Florida stuff, like vintage Florida postcards or vintage Florida statuary or something like that? Do you have a thing about that? Let me know in the chat if you do. I just keep seeing all that kind of stuff in front of you, and that you're really enjoying it. That's really interesting. Okay, I have got to get this. It'll refocus at some point. It always does. I don't know why it does that. But not particularly, but love flamingos. Okay. You do love vintage retro though, right? Okay, great. That's where I'm going with this. Yes, exactly. Okay, so yeah, so Spirit was showing me right. It may not necessarily be about Florida, but you're really into the mid mod glam, the vintage retro. Okay, perfect, 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 perfect. Okay, so Molly, I'm still with produce, but give me a few minutes and I'll be right with you. But that's cool. And so there we go. So I really want to encourage you to work with flamingo energy, but only flamingo stuff that shows up on vintage retro mid modern glam stuff. The I was on eBay because I love it too, right? I have a whole section of my backyard that I've dedicated to like old Miami, and I've got this giant seahorse fountain that I just did cotton candy pink, like this really deep rich Miami's pink, and every like vintage a vintage seats and all whatever. There's something about that era, especially um as regards that is for you. But here's the thing. This is very interesting because to wrap up your reading, this is Raven, which is the magician. Now, if you put these two birds together, all I can tell you is it is the light and the dark. It is the oh my gosh, produce. Thank you, Cheryl. Yeah, you can search vintage Miami, vintage flamingos, retro flamingos. I'm looking for a really significantly sizable flamingo planter. That's what I'm looking for. And so I just want to say this, produce, which is, magicians, true magicians carry the ability to perform alchemy. And the only way that they can do that is they are not afraid of the darkest of the dark of the dark. Now, I'm not saying to practice dark magic. I'm not saying to practice dark intentions or anything like that. What I'm saying is, how do you create the light when you don't know anything about the dark that might be coming for it or that might envelop it or whatever? You can't. You've got to know. And I feel like you have seen a lot of the darkness. And even what you haven't personally seen, you are acutely aware of how dark people can be and how dark this world can be. Okay, it's going to be there for a while, but you can choose to turn your head that way and focus only on painting your world and the world around you this gorgeous corally pink color. And flamingo will really help you do that because they're fragile. They're very fragile birds. What bird isn't really fragile? Well, maybe a shoebill is not so fragile. Okay, maybe there are eagles out there like the harpy eagle, which is definitely not so fragile. But they're still birds, right? Okay, they're not dogs, they're not horses, they're birds. There's something about flamingo energy that's really, as a matter of fact, Molly, give me a little bit of latitude. Let me find flamingo on my own site and send you this article. Don't tell me there's nothing found. I wrote the thing. I know it's there. Give me a break. Okay, produce. I just put a link to my website, whatismyspiritanimal.com, about flamingos. So start with that. And then I also want you to read about Raven. Hold on, let me find Raven for her. And if you, all right, sorry, I'm just going to put this one more link here. No. Oh, Lord. Okay, actually, what I'm going to put in here is a link that gives you a number of different things about Raven. And then if you go to Building Beautiful Souls and you read about the Magician card, sorry, I want her to have this energy, to have this. Super important. All right, baby doll. Oh, you have the deck in the book. How kind. Yay. All right. So there you go. All right. Um, listen, from I'm a triple Scorpio. Nothing dark surprises me. Nothing. And with a lot of work, I've managed to come to a point where it doesn't level me, meaning it doesn't emotionally level me when I see it and I hear it. I just go, okay, well, I'm on that, and I'll be part of what's fixing that and healing that, or fighting against that. Okay, and that's how I've come to look at things. If that's helpful to you at all, so. All right, thank you so much. I hope that was helpful. Molly Montgomery, where are you? Molly Montgomery, because one of the things I was going to tell you, Molly, is oh God, I went to step in your energy and I was like, oh, I really want to go play. What is up with my camera? I was like, ooh, I really want to go play. And Molly, I just feel like you're such a free spirit. Hey, true or not true, you're a free spirit that would really rather have fun than actually work. Which a lot of people you could say that about them, but you're really that way. You're like a quadruple Sagittarius, like a 9,000 degree Sagittarius or something else. Like you've got Sagittarius in every single house. Okay. So all that said, I feel like there's something work related, job related, / career related that you're like, ah, and you feel like you should be doing something, but you're not moving forward and you don't even know. Gemini. But that makes sense. Geminis love to party. We love to party. We love to party. And so all of that said, I keep hearing that you're working on this wrong. And what that means is it's almost like you feel like whatever you're going to be trying to move towards should be like all this serious, I got to straighten up and fly right. I've got to, blah, blah, blah. No, you don't. No, you do not. And so you've got to look for something that's going to allow you to have joy. Because I'm country and this is how we drink our water, right out of the fridge. Is out of jugs. Next time I'll have a crystal pitcher and I'll look a little more upscale. But right now I grabbed my bottle of water out of there, but out of the fridge when I got my Gatorade. But you don't have to do that. As a matter of fact, you shouldn't do that. Whatever this career, job, calling, whatever it is, I know, right? Joy is a central value. It may be the best, it may be the most value, the core. Well, love is really the core value, but what's the difference between joy and love, really, if you think about it? I don't know what this is you're going to do. I don't know what this is you're thinking about doing or thinking that you think you should do. But it's almost like that scene in Princess Bride where Inigo Montoya says, I do not think this word means what you think it means. I don't think this thing you're contemplating means what you think it means. You shouldn't move towards that. Or you should move towards an amended version of that. Because you just can't. There you go. I have a sign in my office that says keep choosing joy. Yes! Excellent. Where this reading is going for you before I flip a few cards is this. Whatever you do now, I feel like it affects other people, right? You're not just like, everything we do, even if you're a numbers cruncher and you're sitting in an office all by yourself and you're clicking numbers all day, those numbers are affecting somebody, which in turn affects the sphere around them, right? But this is something where you're working with people directly. I keep seeing you in groups of people and you're teaching them something where it might even be difficult to talk about, difficult to learn, difficult to whatever, But at the end of it, everyone is laughing and having a good time. And yeah, it's you've got to put yourself in a position almost where you can teach joy, where reawaken. It's almost like a reawakening where you can reawaken people's joy. You can get them giggling, you can get them laughing. And honestly, it's like I see them frolicking around like kids just to be frolicking. When was the last time an adult did that? Molly, may I ask what you do for a living? What because I keep hearing amended version, amended version, amended version. And so, all right, let me flip a couple of cards for you. Okay. Well, see this face? I love my job. Of course, she's getting her master's in counseling. Of course she's going to be teaching. And of course that makes total sense to me. However, here's what does not make total sense. You've got the kangaroo card, and that it's interesting that it's shown up again, but this time it's inverted, and that there we go. Okay. Because I was just about to say, when I'm looking at kangaroo standing in front of me and standing on its head, unfortunately, I'm seeing its little Joey fall out of the pouch. And I was going to ask you if you're going to be working with people whose, I hate this term, but I don't have another one, inner child is just so damaged that they can't laugh. They're just in a place at their time in their life where they can't laugh and they can't be joyous. And here we are, trauma, borderline personality disorder, and suicide. Yow, yow, yow. Okay. So I'm not a medical professional. I would make a terrible one because I was always taught the answer to everything is, listen, it ain't so bad. Somebody else out there's got it worse than you. So stop your crying, put on your big girl panties, and let's go. That was my mom. That was my mother's form of healing. And I've adopted that over the years. So I'd make a terrible counselor. And again, I'm not a medical professional of any kind, but I honestly believe with what I'm seeing with kangaroo, this kangaroo is telling me right now, is you go right for the child thing. Right for the child thing, but not in an obvious way. It's almost like if you find out that they love rock candy, bring them some rock candy. If you find out that they had a Pez collection when they were a kid, bring them a Pez dispenser. Something like, you know what I mean? Something like that. Now, this has me concerned because the Knight of Wands, which is Fox, is about leadership. And it's about being sly as a fox. So two things. I feel like, and I'm going to wrap this up so I can move on. But Molly, I feel like your hot button of fear is potentially leadership. I don't know that you're comfortable in that place, and I think you're dreading being in a position of leadership. And that doesn't mean a fear of counseling people one-on-one, but there's something about leadership that keeps pinging my head. And there's also something about you've decided, maybe not even consciously, but you're going to, you want to trust your own intuition, your own spidey senses when it does come to the counseling part of it, but you are not 100% there yet. I mean, obviously you have to follow rules and obviously you have to follow regulation, but you're going to be able to uncover things. Here's it in a nutshell. You've got to trust that Spirit is going to show you the things that are not obvious. Meaning, someone may display a particular kind of behavior, or they may choose a rhetoric that might point to this, but in actuality, the core issue is this. And you've got to follow your spidey senses, because all I can hear in my head is, if she will do this, she will save more lives than she can imagine. And this is for everybody. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Let me just tell you this story. And then I'll move on to the next reading. I don't mind staying over today if you guys can stay over. So and Molly, thank you for the work that you're doing. I mean, I thank everybody for the work they're doing in this world, but that's a heavy duty job. Okay. So recently, having taught acting for so many years, a number of my family have been teachers for decades. Some of my best friends have been superintendent. One was a superintendent of schools, other teachers at all levels, college, elementary, woo-woo. I mean, it doesn't matter, but just teachers, right? We're a particular kind of person, teachers are. So please don't talk about politics. Please, let's not bring any kind of energy down in my channel. But this story speaks to what's going on with Molly and maybe some others of you, which is there are so many things going on in the world, or that we think are going on in the world, that people are panicking and they are not just going and listening. So I had occasion to have some interactions over the last year and a half with someone who raised the hair on the back of my neck. And I kept saying to myself, now that's the kind of person that walks into an elementary school and I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Well, we parted company, and 3 days later, I got a phone call asking for information and eyes about said person. And I almost fell out of my chair, because the information they needed would, if this person became involved with this other organization, they would be working with children. So I said what the law would allow, and I said, why don't you ask me? There's only so much information that I can give you, and then I can't. But without divulging, I'm trying to think of how I can paraphrase this without divulging a privacy. The bottom line is, without getting into the nitty gritty, without stepping over ethical lines, I was able to give information that person was able to take away and think about in a broader perspective about whether that person was the right person to become involved in that situation. I know that's dancing around the bush, beating around the bush, but I don't have any choice, y'all, than to do that. Here's what I know. I absolutely, positively know that those two situations were plopped right into my lap because I would be the one to follow my intuition. And I did. And potentially saved a lot of drama and a lot of heartache and a lot of, a lot. And I'll leave it at that. Molly, I'm telling you straight up, girl, that's you. You're going to be in that position. You've got to follow your instincts. Even if everybody else is like, nope, clinically, based on all the boxes this ticks, it's this. You're going to go, and you don't have to make a big deal out of it. You just have to explore it, and you'll come up with it. The obvious will stare you right in the face, and you'll be able to guide the others. So I hope that's helpful, sister girl. Love you and the work that you do. All right. So Maya, what am I thinking of? Maya, you still here, honey? All right. So listen, Maya is going to be the last person I read. Yes, there is a difference between discernment and a judgment. Okay. So Maya, are you still here? You're going to be my last reading of the day. If you've paid for a reading and I didn't get to you, hey, honey, Maya. If you've paid for a reading and I haven't gotten to you, Facebook me, text me. My number is 415-871-5322. 415-871-5322. Thank you, Teapot. And there are some of you that I've already arranged. You're going to get with me outside of this. And please connect with me, Bernadette at whatismyspiritanimal.com, Bernadette at buildingbeautifulsouls.com. It can be any of those. Or you can text or you can Facebook. It's not like you can't find me on the internet. I'm Mama Bear. Mama Bear is everywhere. All right. So, Maya. So that was some pretty heavy duty energy, but it was I look at it as um I'm sorry, Molly, one more thing. Do you have a lot of military people in your family, or maybe even one or two military personnel in your family that you are just deeply just so close to? I feel like there's some military, something about valor and valor. It's just like being a person of valor, and I keep seeing just one. Is that person very important to you, Molly? Okay. I know, right, Elizabeth? We're doing the deep, deep, deep dive today. Okay. All right, Maya, I'm in your energy. Oh my God, you're like a drug. Okay, Molly. I would say talk to that person. Just start talking to that person. They're gonna that person has a lot to teach you about standing up and protecting even when others are resistant or trying to stop you. There's something they're going to be very helpful to you as you move forward in your career, because they're going to teach you how to be valiant. They're going to teach you how to have a really strong backbone, even if others around you are like trying to tear you down or like, nope. Okay. Maya, my God, you are like Maya, do you I don't want to call you out, but let me tell you what I'm feeling from you. I just feel a very high priestess energy. And I feel like you are very comfortable with working your own magic. You know that your magic. You're welcome. You're welcome, Molly. I feel like, especially as regards being a woman, being a female, you've got the feminine power thing down to a fine art and science. Do you understand what I'm saying? Maya, do you understand this? Also, Maya, do you work with angel energy, angel cards, the angels? That's very unusual. I rarely get people that have the angel thing around them. And if it's not you, it's somebody who's passed that was super into angels and angel energy and that kind of thing. Um, Really, there's just something going on with you and your. Got you. You appear masculine, but you're in love with femininity. Got it. Okay. So I know I'm for sure in your energy. Um, See, that's weird to me. I'd have to see a picture of you, but even when you say you appear, maybe your physical, your maybe your physical appears masculine, but there is nothing. All right, hold on. I gotta. All right. Oh, let me start your time. Hold on. Sorry, I got so caught up in your energy. I was like, wow. So, do you understand what I'm talking about High Priestess, Maya? Let me start your 5 minutes. There's something very High Priestess about you. I don't know if you are working in a coven, if you are working with the ancient energies in a High Priestess school, or the mystery schools, or you just are like, nope, I'm a High Priestess. Um, Gotcha. Okay. Well, here's the thing. If you're not currently embracing your high priestessness, I really encourage you to start looking into what that really means and working towards it, because I just feel like, again, in your energy, I'm drugged. You do your level best to stay peaceful. You don't let anything or anybody rock your boat. You are just the epitome of gliding through this world like this. And that's awesome. Only problematically a little, I feel like you might be a little bored. Your family comes from strong female leads. Got it. I feel like you're a little bored. And that can happen easily to people with the queen, the queen and the high priestess and the magician energy. It can really happen because, again, you've been there, you've seen that, you know, like what can really stoke you. But my body is also leaning. Do you live in two countries? Do you live here and also another country, or are you planning to move to another country? Um, I mean, you know, your name is not, you know, Susie Smith, right? So I get it that there's a culture that, you know, that you're from, but that doesn't necessarily mean you live there or want to go back there or want to go there at all. But I feel like there's something dual country. You live in Hawaii. Who would want to leave Hawaii? I, I just feel like there's going to be travel to a foreign country, or you also live in another country. I get that. I get that, Maya. So let me just say, see that face? It's not a pretty one, but rut-row. So this is exactly how the white buffalo, which is the Ace of Pentacles, showed up for me, for you. It's not upside down, but it's not horizontal, and it definitely isn't upright. Not to sell you out, but potentially you're having a financial concern at the moment, Maya, potentially. And I feel like you're about to make a decision where you're like, well, I got to do something. I keep hearing you say this is better than nothing. This is better than nothing. No, it's not. It is not better than nothing. No, ma'am. Don't do it. And what that means is you've got a little while longer you can hold out, only a little, but it's go time. It's make or break time. So you've got to get with the program about turning the financial issue around. And God, I almost never do predictions, but I'm being told, is there like a 2-year plan that you have? Like, we're in 22, 23, maybe like by 24 or 25, you've planned in your head, I'm going to have accomplished this, or I'm going to have this. There's something about a plan. There's something about 2 years from now where I can breathe for you in the stability, the nest, the finances. Oh, got you. Okay, yes, regarding career, you're only 21. See, your energy doesn't read 21 years old at all. At all. I would have laid down money. You were in your early 30s. I would have bet money. So there's something about you that's very old soulish, and I bet you get told that all the time, that you're an old soul. And that's true. And you can really take advantage of that. I don't mean I don't mean like in a negative way take advantage, but that's something that can be very helpful to you. So when you're talking about the Ace of Pentacles, you're really talking about a divine path of success and prosperity, and just really all the amazing things that you would ever think in life are just a dream. Well, I can dream about that, but it'll never really happen. That's not true. You've got to start making the choices, because again, there I don't know what this means to you. Boy, I'll give you this, Maya, you're an unusual read. You've got to understand that whatever career path you're choosing, it doesn't matter what you're learning, it doesn't matter what your degree is going to be in, you are the product. When you go to have a career, when you go to create a business, when you go to do anything, you are the product. Everything else is a byproduct. And at 21, the sooner you understand your high priestess vibe, the sooner you understand your old soul vibe, that's just who you are, you will jettison ahead in whatever it is that you choose to do, because you will make it so aho. And that's just it. But you've got to come to understand that part of yourself. And listen, I was 21 once. I just wanted to dress like Madonna and go out and drink and have fun at the bars. And, you know, I wasn't very focused. I mean, I kind of was, but I kind of was not. And, you know, everybody gets over that. But I don't know that you've ever done that. I don't know if that's ever been your thing. So what I will tell you is, I just know amazing things are going to come for you in your future. And the message, the tarot card, and the animal that you leave with today, white buffalo, is no joke. Read everything you can about it. And please read everything you can about Ace of Pentacles. And I feel like within that 1.5 to 2 year period, you're going to be the bomb. I love it. So, all right, you all, thank you so much. Oh, wild ones, I love you so much. You'll never even know. Thank you for your generosity, your donations. If I didn't get to you today, then please and thank you. I will, Molly, I hope people learn from these readings, especially if you're a practitioner yourself. I always learn stuff from other practitioners. And so anyway, thank you for your generosity for Mystic Jungle. I'll be back on a live tomorrow evening from 7 to 9. I know that's a lot easier for a lot of people. And so I will hopefully see you then. And then I'll be back on Friday, 11:30 to 1:30. Remember, 100% of the proceeds that you donate go to Mystic Jungle. And y'all, they need it so badly right now. Like, they really, really need it. So thank you very much. What do I always say? Do good for animals, including yourself, and stay wild.